environment is molecular motors are they called. Okay? So what are the molecular motors? Again, from chemistry, like kinesin, dynein, and myosin are proteins that can generate movements using chemical energy. Another idea is to use so-called calcium ions as the carriers of these, encoded information through molecules, and then use these molecular motors or calcium ions. Or, as this is new area, like we continue the research. Now, another idea is using E. coli bacteria. That E. coli bacteria could be also used as carriers of the encoded information. And E. coli bacteria is moving, and the biology people are always using E. coli. And I found out that they're very cheap, or I've heard from my Barcelona student, she's doing the master thesis there now. And so she's developing the architecture for the E. coli communication, so E. coli bacteria communication. So there are these, maybe more options will come out slowly in the next several years. But for the time being, we suggest these molecular motors, calcium ions, and now the E. coli bacteria. So there are, again, different mediums. We call them wet mediums and dry mediums. Wet medium is the intra-body communication, because everything is like blood, right? So it's like a wet environment, and or communication aqueous environment. So they are called wet communication. And dry communication or dry medium is inter-organisms communication using airborne. So now, based on these wet or dry medium, we found out that the propagation is highly dependent on these environmental conditions, whether you are using wet or dry. Accordingly, when you develop the communication solutions, you have to also distinguish